Hello, hello, hello. I had to change location. And we went a little bit over in our new product release. So I'm like out of breath running up and down the stairs. Before I was in the baby's room, we're kind of like getting some things situated in her room. So then, yeah, it doesn't matter. We're here. And I apologize about the lighting if it's a little bit dark. But if I turn that light on, then it looks like I have like a halo or something. So I am in this darkened area. But it works, whatever. Hi, Laura. Your lighting is a lot better than my lighting. And are you frozen or am I frozen? Now I feel like I'm frozen. Oh no. Are we all frozen? Help me in the comments. Are we frozen?
I don't know.
Laura, can you hear me? Oh, there you go.
Now I can.
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
I've been waiting for my internet to load for 5 full minutes. It just has been
no.
Really?
It's okay. We're going to be reading. So even if you freeze, we won't know. It'll just look like you're like really into a book. Because I think you're frozen again. Okay. So hello. It looks like our wonderful Jessica is here. It's so nice to see you. If you don't know Jessica, you need to follow her on Instagram. She has great reviews, great books. She has beautiful pictures. Definitely jump over to her. Cool gamers in the house. Let's see. Oh, but your hair is so long, Jessica. It's so long. I would be so nervous. You know, my hair before I cut it, it was really long, but it was not healthy. It kind of just got to a point where I was just like, I just need to get rid of this because it was like in between pregnancies and stuff. And it was like that 3rd month where everything just starts falling out. So my hair is a lot more healthy now. And this is like my trend though. Like I will have really long hair for a good amount of time. And then all of a sudden it will kind of like hit a dirt road and it just like looks like junk. And I like chop it all off. And then I do this, and then I do it. I go through the whole thing again. But your hair is beautiful and long and luscious, and I wish I had that kind of hair. But you do you, girl. Whatever you want to do. My hair doesn't always look this good. I actually filmed today, so that's why it like looks like I did something. But I think Laura's just gonna stay in a. Oh, there she goes. I was gonna say I think she was frozen. Kim, hello. It's so nice to see you. There we go. And Andy is here as well. You're all so nice. Oh, a virtual retreat. Tell me more. I heard somebody else talk about a retreat, I think. But I'm not. Where did I see that? Did I see that on Melissa's channel? I don't remember. But I know that the Bookish Besties did it. Krista from Books and Jams and Lindsay's Little Library and Curly Reader and Sarah's Nightstand. I know they did one, but I don't know if they're doing another one. I'm so not in the loop sometimes. But anywho, hello everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I see Allie is here as well. Oh, very cool. Looks like you guys are doing that. So today right now is our reading sprints for our February book, which is Amy Tan's Kitchen God's Wife. That is the book that you all selected for us to read. I think it was really close, actually, from this and the book club book. I can't remember what that one was called. But it was really close because I thought that one won. And then when we put all of the votes together, it was a slim margin. So we are reading The Kitchen God's Wife. And I actually will be reading that via audiobook because I do not have a copy. I have like a lot of Amy Tan books, but I do not have this one. So I will be reading this on audiobook, and I found the book on Hoopla. So if you have Hoopla through your library, you can find that via audiobook. There's 2 versions of audiobook, no ebooks on there, which I thought was weird because I would have rather gotten the e version. But it is what it is. At least it's available to me. So that's what I will be starting tonight. But tell me in the comments if you will be reading something different and what you will be reading, because I'd love to know. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, they're doing that retreat again. I didn't even see that. See, I'm totally not paying attention enough. I go in and out of different videos. So thank you for letting me know. One of these days I will have to do that. I think the last time they did it, I was actually in the hospital with baby G, so I was not able to, like, really seriously not able to do it. But yeah, I would love to try to do one of those. Okay, Andy is going to start the tan book. Nice. And you've read this one before, am I right? I'm pretty sure you were the one that said you might have read it before. Someone said that. Our Allie is going to be carrying on with Shrines of Gaiety by Kate X. You know, I have heard so many good things about that author, and I've seen so many of her books across BookTube, but I have never actually read from her. So that is something I think I'm gonna have to add her to, like, sooner rather than later TBR, because she just, I'm pretty sure. Laura, have you read Kate Atkinson?
What a day. No, I have not, but I have owned some of her books for several years. So
Okay,
yeah.
So that's as good as read.
Yeah, pretty much. Case Histories looks really nice on the side.
I love your background, by the way. I do. I love that. They're like, that's really pretty curtains.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm sitting in bed because this is the only place I get a marginal connection to my internet now. So every time I move, the bed shakes because you're propped up on like 6 things. So
that's okay.
Hi.
I'm usually in my bed, so I mean it's all good. So
honest to God.
Yeah.
This is not my year.
It's not even like, it's like the first week of February.
I know. It's just been a slow downhill.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Kim is going to be reading Driving Miss Norma.
Oh, nice.
I feel like I saw that one recently. Is that a new book, Kim? Tell me more.
Ow.
Jessica's going to be reading The Heir of Redcliffe and the Murder on Mesopotamia.
I liked that one.
Ooh. Oh, I was right. It was a reread. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Andy's in her bed.
Nice. Yeah, but you're not online on camera right now.
You know, Andy, I think one of these days, and it probably won't be this year, but I think, speaking of things we want to plan for the future, I think Laura and I will end up planning a Wisconsin meetup. Probably somewhere in Milwaukee, because that's kind of a big city, and I think people can travel to Milwaukee and feel like that's okay. But I think that we are going to plan a meetup and just see whoever from the surrounding areas wants to come and meet us.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'll be like 2 people.
I know.
Including us. Who wants to meet them?
Yeah. Oh God, I know.
But yeah, I think we're gonna do that for our fellow Wisconsinites and surrounding areas. So, Allie really enjoys the accidental father. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, I feel like I see there was a book like 2 or 3 years ago. I feel like there was a fox on the cover or something, and everyone was just going ape crap about it. And I was like, I've never even heard of this person before. So definitely on my radar. I'll have to be more conscious of looking her up. So yeah. Yeah. Allie's at work hiding under her desk, pretending to work while she watches us. Yes, there you go.
Nice.
Well, Jessica can tell you if it's any good. Let's see here. Kim. A couple of drives around the country with a 90-year-old. Oh, a mom. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Any age mother is hard to. That would be hard. When I graduated with my master's degree, we went down to Ohio, which was like I would say it was like a 9-hour drive, maybe. And we took my mother and my stepfather and then my stepdaughter and then me and my husband, and we were in my Jeep. And let's just say it was really cramped. And that's a long time to be in a car with your mother, because it's like you can't get away from all of the questions and that, and not to say that it's bad all the time, but like when you're trying to read and it's like, so what are you going to do there? What are you do? I'm like, don't you sleep? Like, isn't that what car rides are for? Like sleeping? I'll probably get a call later on. So we're just talking trash in your in your reading sprint. Good. We'll give you plenty of time in advance to know.
Yep.
Yes. We'll be on tour.
I wish.
I don't think we can make it to Hong Kong, but perhaps.
It'd be fun.
It would be fun. I know I'm currently obsessed with watching Punta Cana videos on Facebook or YouTube. Like, I can't stop watching people's vlogs in Punta Cana because I'm just like, I need to go to an all-inclusive resort. I need to go and sit on the beach and read. And I'm like getting all these ideas of like, what kind of videos could I make? Would I really read while I'm there? Because I've been there once before. But the place that we went is nothing compared to what like people actually go to. Like, we definitely went to a like 2-star place. So yeah, I'm like trying to make it work, in the next 3 years. But we, you never know. Things change. Oh, good. Well, good things. It sounds like she's not even pretending to work. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good. Yeah, my mom is a reader as well. She doesn't read as much as I do, but she does try to get like a chapter read every night before she goes to bed. So, I think that's a lot compared to other people. So I think you can call her a reader as well. And she like lives at our library. She's always telling me about the library this and the library that. And I was like, do you read the books? Like, do you go there for books though? So I don't know. But hey, if my library was still where it was, I would be hanging out there too. So, okay. Well, like I said, both Laura and I will be reading Amy Tan's The Kitchen God's Wife. I'll be listening to it on audio. And so you'll see me with my headphones on, and you'll probably be seeing me like this because I'll be working on stuff on the computer. So it'll look like I'm just staring at you. But what I'm really doing is working on our Etsy shop and whatnot. So please don't stare at the computer screen because I'll be relaxing for everybody the whole time. Yeah. With my headphones on.
Yeah.
Okay, friends. So it is 49 right now. So if Dani stops talking, we can start at the 50, which will take us to 10 after. So let me go ahead and get a banner. It's seems like people are okay with the music that I pick out. I usually just use Mary M's pod for that. I did get a copyright little hello copyright when I did it on my channel. It didn't ding me because it was like okay for use, but because Mary uses, I think it was like that epidemic or whatever, a certain place that like gives people access to music if they pay a subscription. But I'm thinking because I don't actually own the subscription, it dinged me, but it didn't go against my channel. It was like okay. So I'm kind of nervous to do it in here again, but at the same time, like all that happens is like it will not monetize if I can monetize, which we have 127 subscribers on this channel, so I'm not worried. So I will go ahead and put that up. So go ahead and get started on your reading. We will mute ourselves, and then I'll put that AMSR. Well, it's actually music, but we'll put that on. Feel free to mute it if you don't, if you like silence. And then you'll see me with some headphones because I'm listening to the audiobook. But good luck.
See you in a bit.
Okay. Okay. How did everyone do during that sprint? Remind us where you're at. We Laura and I started The Kitchen God's Wife. I am currently 3% in, and it looks like I'm still in chapter 1, The Shop of the Gods. So, yeah. Looks like they're long chapters because I've read 32 minutes of it, but there's still 28 minutes left of this chapter. So are the chapters pretty long?
Yeah, so I got to page 28, and chapter 2 starts on page 39. So
Okay.
a little longer, yeah.
That's pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
Not as long
I'm
as...
I'm right.
What's that?
Other ones, I know. It's reminded me right away of Joy Luck Club when I read that, and that was like 30 years ago I read that book. But right away,
Yeah.
I'm just sucked right into her writing again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yes. While I was listening, I felt it was very reminiscent of something, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then I realized last year I read, oh man, what was it called? It was so good. The Mountains Sing. And that was written by a Vietnamese writer. And all like it just feels so similar as far as like just the family and everything. Like a lot of similar kind of attributes. Especially in the mother. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, just hearing all of the different things. And even though I didn't read Joy Luck Club, the husband Phil is reminding me of the husband in Joy Luck Club, the American, and just the cultural differences. Even though they're all American, the difference between like his probably Anglo-Saxon American culture and her Asian American culture, you know. So I'm liking it. I like it. The one thing that's catching me off guard is the narrator's voice, because it sounds so young. Like she sounds like a 20-year-old, but she's supposed to be a 40-year-old who's narrating it. So like for that, I'm kind of like, I forget that she's like my age and not, she sounds 20. So that's a little throwing me off. But other than that, I really like the story so far.
Nice.
Kim looks like she's at 95% of her book. So you'll definitely finish that tonight, I think.
Awesome.
It's definitely possible. Hi, Jenna.
Oh, hey, Jenna.
Will you be reading our book this month? Let us know. If not, what will you be joining tonight with? What books will you be reading? Yeah, I just the part. I know I can't do it.
I know.
So far, the last line that was read. They're just walking into the reception or something, wherever they're at. I don't know if it's the funeral or the surprise engagement. It's one of them, but that's where I am.
We must be at the same place, I think. Oh, you're a page ahead of me. Yeah. Yeah.
So far, she does not remember this book. Yeah.
Yeah, page 46.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, they're just talking about it a little bit. They just mentioned a little bit and how she hasn't told her mom yet.
Yeah, she just mentions it.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how much it plays in the book, if it's just mentioned or if it does have a factor. Yeah. Oh, you already listened to it. Awesome. Quickly. Oh, and the narrator changes. Okay. Well, that's good. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this one this month. I think it'll be okay.
Sorry.
Sorry,
keep going.
Electronics. Let me just have a little soapbox here for a second. Electronics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick and tired of having to charge stuff.
I know.
Like, honestly, I'm so sick and tired of seeing, like, you need to plug me in. Like, I'm going to die. And it's like, I plugged you in this morning, so you should last for, like, a week.
Mm-hmm.
It drives me nuts. I can't stand it. My phone is beeping at me. Now my e-reader thing is like, I'm getting low. Oh. You know what? Grow a pair of legs and walk over to the charger yourself. It's so annoying. Well, and honestly, my phone is super old, so I get it because, like, I know it loses its charge after some time. But I mean, I feel like I just charged this thing. Anywho, Mary's here.
Hey, Mary.
Oh, the lake.
Oh.
What? The lake across the lake.
The house across the lake.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, there's a lake across a lake. What would that look like?
Mm-hmm.
Like the English Channel? Mm-hmm. No, that's land across the lake. Another land. That'd be a funny book though. Yes, charging sucks. I hate it. Yep. It's so annoying. You never have to charge a physical book. Right you are.
That's right.
You are. Yeah.
Nice.
Have we read a Riley Sager? I don't think we have.
No.
I know that they have been very popular on BookTube.
Oh, yeah.
With that hotel book. And then they just had another one. I just know, like, the hotel book or the apartment book is, like, bright pink. And then the newer book is, like, bright green, neon green. But I don't think I've read anything from them.
Mm-mm. I think I have one or two of their books from Book of the Month. But I haven't read them yet. Yeah, okay. What's he got, like 5 or 6 titles or something? Like, he's got a lot of titles, and they're all popular.
They do. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a story. I'm going to try to make it really quick because you know how I can, like, talk forever. But your mention of Riley Sager makes me think of this. Okay, so there's a house across the street from us. It's really pretty. It's like brick and everything, but it's a small house, but whatever, it is what it is. Since we have lived here, there have been 4 owners. And it's not a rental. It's a house that goes up for sale. We have been here since 2016, and there have been 4 different owners. When we moved here, there was a couple that had twin boys, and then they had a newborn. They left. And they moved across country to California because his job moved or something. Then this guy moved in, and he painted the garage doors like Lego blue. Like, you know, Legos? It was that blue. Mm-hmm. It was disgusting. It would make me so mad every time I opened my window because I would have to look across the street at his ugly, ugly garage doors that did not match anything about the house.
No.
Oh, it was awful. It really made me mad, like, terrible to look across stuff. He was there the longest, but then all of a sudden he left. Then this newlywed couple moved in, like, right before COVID, like the summer before COVID, and then they moved out, like, a year later. It was like a year and a half maybe. Like, all of a sudden a semi just pulls up and then they leave. It was crazy. Then this, like, last winter, it was before I had baby G, but it was like towards the end, so maybe it was like this time last year, this couple moves in and, like, their adult son. So it was like 3 people. Now here's where it gets crazy. They are moving, but it's so weird because they show up at like nighttime and like they'll back up a U-Haul into the driveway and like really sneakily like put stuff in the U-Haul, but they never do it during the day. Sometimes they'll, because they had like all different sorts of sizes and everything of U-Hauls. There's like 3 times as U-Haul showed up, but it was always at night. Or they'd pull the U-Haul up during the day, but then nothing would happen. You wouldn't see anybody. And then at night, all of a sudden you'd hear something. You'd be like, "What's going on?" And you'd open them up because I'm one of those people. Like I'm the neighborhood watch. You're like, "Oh my gosh, they're like doing stuff," and then they would leave at like midnight, and then they'd be gone for a week, and then like that happened like 2 weeks ago, and then a week ago, the guy showed up, but at like 9 o'clock at night, and all you could see was a light on in the basement, and it was like on all night, and then of course we went to bed because we're not going to stay at the house all day, and when we woke up, it was garbage day, and there were like 15 black garbage bags on the curb.
Yikes.
But no one was there. Gone. Then, like 3 days ago, all 3 of them show back up in all different vehicles. And nothing happened during the day. And then at night, they started doing all these things. And then they were gone again. They're gone again. There's no one there.
So weird.
Isn't that crazy? Are they vampires?
Super weird.
What is going on? And why does nobody stay in that house? No one stays there. Like, I kind of want to, like, the next people that live there, I want to be like, are you here for a long time? Or a good time? Or what? Like, no one stays in this house. Is it haunted?
Right. Maybe.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's kind of weird, especially because these last people, like in the dead of night, nothing would happen all day. And then in the dead of night, they'd be like moving stuff. So weird. And she would smoke out her front door, which I always think is weird because she has a fenced-in backyard. And I know she has a back door because that's how she let the dogs out.
Yeah.
Why are you smoking on your front stoop? And there's chairs out there, but you never even sat in them. You would just smoke out your front door. It's so weird. I don't know. I'm one of those people. I'm watching people all the time. Anywho. Yes, I feel like they do. I feel like they do.
Think so too.
I feel like my old phones used to be like charged for like 2.5 days before I had to plug them in again. Stupid. OMG. Yes. Okay. I'm glad you're interested. So the people who moved in after him, because I went right over there because it was infuriating, this color. Yeah. I went over there like the first week they were there, and I introduced myself like I normally do to every new person that is in a like 1 house radius of me. And their names were like Ben and Melissa or something. And I'm like, when are you going to paint those doors? I was legit like, when are you going to paint those? This is an eyesore of the whole neighborhood. I hope you plan on painting those doors. And like, oh, don't worry. They're like, but if you think that is weird, you should see the rest of the house. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, one of the rooms is painted silver. Like not gray, metallic silver.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, it's terrible. It's so bad. So they repainted the entire house. And I'm one of those people that every time a for sale sign goes up, I always go on to like Zillow or whatever to see what and it's not cheap. The house is not going for cheap. And I always see inside and I can see the difference. And they painted all of the rooms. They're like every single room is a random crazy color. But the weirdest one is the metallic one. I was like, oh my goodness. Jenna, you're living my life. Oh, yes. Yes, it's crazy. I feel like I'm in that Tom Hanks movie, The Burbs, because like it was so weird. It's like in the dead of night, they keep moving. Both my husband and I were like, oh, it's that Tom Hanks movie. It's that Tom Hanks movie. But like anytime we hear anything at night, we're like, what are they doing over there? Oh, it's so funny. That's funny. I am writing the next Riley Sager book. It's like you can't make it up. It's so crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Oh,
I
maybe.
don't know about that.
That is very burbsy.
It is very burbsy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that seems really scary though. Like 9 o'clock at night. I used to go on walks at night until I read a book that was about the area that I lived in, and I was like, oh, I guess it's not that safe.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I want to see what she does. Type faster, Jess. The tell with long white hair. Oh yeah. Oh, La Llorona. She's so scary.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
glad she's not
that would
here.
scare me. That would really scare me.
Mm.
We have some people like so because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm here with an under 1-year-old, I do a lot of people watching. And there's the same people that do walks like all like I know like, oh, there's the couple, oh, there's the guy with the dog, oh, there's the guy with the other dog, oh, there's the lady with the dogs, oh, she only has one of the dogs, where I wonder where the other dog is, so it's like I know, but when I see someone who I haven't seen before, I'm just like, what are they doing on my street?
Mm-hmm. What weirds me out for me, because I live on a corner and like people, it's lots of dog walkers, lots and lots and lots. Like Dani, you're here. It's like a dog parade in front of my house the whole time. But sometimes people will park their car in front of my house, sit there for a while, like talk on the phone, whatever, and then they'll just get out and start walking away. And I'm like, what are you doing in my neighborhood? Like, no visible paperwork, just like out for a walk, and then they come back and leave, which is fine. But I like this is really bad. Every time, as soon as they're out of eyesight, I sneak out and like take a picture of their license plate because I don't know what they're doing. Like, I'm a crazy person.
I am the worst.
Like, come on.
My husband and I are so like, do not park in front of our house. We cannot stand it. And I more so can't stand it because we actually have a fire hydrant outside of our house. And like, nobody seems to understand what that means. Like, constantly people are parking in front of it. And I'm just like, hello, it's a fire hydrant. You're not supposed to park in front of it, which means don't park in front of my house. But I'm one of those people like, don't park in front of my house. If you're going to someone else's house, park in front of their house. Don't park in front of my house. The fire hydrant is right there to tell you don't park in front of my house. I'm a crazy person. I do not like people. And see, the house next to us is a rental and it has two sides. And the one side has teenage girls. They are teenagers, but they're not like that old of teenagers. But I tell you what, they look like they're 23 years old. Like, whoo, girlfriend. Anywho, they constantly have visitors. And because they're all teenage drivers, they're parking basically in my driveway, like in the apron part of my driveway. And I'm like, you're supposed to like park a certain amount of feet away from a driveway, right? Like you can't park there. Like I've actually pulled up before and had to like park on the other side of the street and then get out and be like, dude, you need to move your car because I can't even get in my driveway because you're like blocking my driveway. You can't park there. Like, oh man. But anywho, so like an hour into our live stream, Dani has done this thing again where she talks and talks and talks, and we've had one reading sprint. But I don't want to neglect all of your comments, so we'll rush through these real quick and then we'll do another sprint. Yes, it would be a great story.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Mrs. Kravitz. Oy, oy, oy. It's just too much. I'm so like, and like, I don't want to be like, what is that movie, Rear Window or whatever, where I'm like getting so crazy that like I start to really think these things and like then the murderer comes to try to kill me. No, thank you. No, like yes, like
spray paint
like
silver?
like gel pen when you had a metallic silver gel pen and it was like shimmery. That's what it was. Yeah, crazy. Exactly. It could be me. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always looking outside. Who's coming down my block? Don't knock on my door. I have a no solicitor sign on my door, and people still knock on it. And I just open
Yeah,
it, open my door, and I point to the sign. Don't talk to me. I don't want your services. Okay, those are all the comments. I'm so sorry. Let's read. So I'm just gonna call it 35. So we'll go to the 55.
Okay.
But yeah, enjoy your books. I'm sure half of you are already started reading because you can't believe I'm still talking. But I will pop up that Mary's channel again, and I will actually put a link to her channel in our comments here as well, so you can all enjoy her stuff outside of our reading sprints, because we so appreciate her putting those together. But yeah, I'm going to mute myself, get back into my book here. Hope my e-reader does not kaput on me, because I can't plug it in where I'm sitting, so we'll see what happens. I could always do it on my computer too, I guess, but okay, I'm literally muting myself.
I'm off to get a bookmark.
So while we were chatting before, my audiobook continued. So, like, I have to figure out. And it did that last time as well, and I don't know why it does that. So I think I'm going to just exit out each time because that was super weird. Like, I was obviously way farther ahead than I thought I was. So, anyhow. So let us know how you did. I just exited out of it. So I'm in chapter 2 somewhere. I forgot to look exactly where, but I think I'm like 7% or 8% in. For those of you, I hope these aren't any spoilers, but they're at a funeral at this point. And our narrator is starting to talk about her father's passing. So that's where I am. It looks like Jenna headed to bed. And yeah, it was great to see you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping, Jenna.
Yeah, I don't know if those neighbors, I mean, maybe they're never coming back. I don't know. Maybe that was their last trip, but we'll see. I'll let you know when the for sale sign goes up. I swear it's haunted or something. Looks like Kim finished her book. Very nice. Very nice. What will you be doing now? Or will you be venturing off to bed as well? Now here it's 10 p.m. But I mean, considering we started at 8:30, we've had 2 sprints. Dani just talks too much. But I mean, wouldn't it be weird if you only talked for like 5 minutes and then like did another sprint? Like, then why talk at all? Why have a sprint at all? Because like, so you have that sprint to come back and like talk, right? And then do another one. So is there a time limit for how long you get to talk?
I don't know. I mean, I've been in sprints where there's like a 5-minute like chatty little break, whatever, to go to the bathroom, and then it goes back to like an hour of reading or whatever it is. So like I've been in all sorts of different ones. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I mean, that'd be fine.
2-hour ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess. But like having a camera on you for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
Well, you've had a camera on you for almost 2 hours tonight. So what are you talking about?
Well, you know what I mean, like where you're supposed to be reading for an hour. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd forget, and I'd probably be like, I'm kidding. Mary's Andy's on chapter 4.
Wow.
Nice. Ooh, Bookshop of Secrets. I love like books that are about books, bookish things.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So good. The issue I keep having with Scribd is that 80% of the time, I'm never going to click on continue listening. It always goes back to the beginning. Oh, yes. I don't use that service, but this is the first time this has ever happened to me with this. And I don't know if it's because it can tell that I'm still like plugged in, but like when you press pause, don't play again until I press play. I don't, because it happened to me last time too. And I went back and I was like way out of where I was supposed to be. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's doing that.
My Audible app does that too. Like I paused something and I left it for like an hour. Like I closed the app and I was doing something else. I came back and it restarted the book and I was like, well, I'm kind of close to the beginning. It's fine. And every time I went in to start that book again, it would restart the book. It was Myths by Stephen Fry, all those Greek myths or whatever, you know?
Sure.
So I got finally to a point I figured out I was like 80% in, and then it restarted again and I was like, forget it. I can't do this anymore. This is so stupid. Like, come on. You can't remember where I was.
Yeah, I utilized the bookmarks thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
I tried that too. It didn't matter.
Oh, yeah. See, whenever that happens, I'm like, oh, thank God I put a bookmark in there because this is definitely wrong. Mm-hmm. So I always go back, especially if I'm reading a really long book. Like, that's the worst because you're like, where am I? It's not like when you're in a physical book, you can really see like, okay, I know I'm past this. Okay, I'm past this. But on an audiobook, it's like nearly impossible to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Good. Oh, I missed. What did this last one say? Oh no, what did she say? I did random sprint the other day, hardly any talking, 45-minute sprints. Oh, See, I don't know. I mean, I really like sprints because you do get stuff done. But like, I could do that on my own. I want to hear people talk. So thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like we're just like hanging out. And I know I do the majority of the talking because I just do that all the time. So hopefully everyone loves what I say because otherwise it'd be a very terrible time. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had Scribd. I know I've heard of a lot of people using it, but the only ones I've used is Hoopla and Audible. And I tried Libby, but I was so confused at how to actually use it that I just unsubscribed. I deleted it from my phone. So like I don't understand this at all. So
You can tell I've had some problems with this stupid thing falling over 3 times.
oh,
honest to God.
Reading free preview ended, and now I have to wait until the 18th.
Oh, that stinks.
Yes, well done, Kim. It is. That's what everyone's saying. I don't know.
Okay, let's try that.
Yeah, you could screenshot too. Yeah, I suppose you could do that. You know what's funny? There's some things where you can't screenshot. Like, okay, so for instance, you can't. So when I'm in Hoopla, sometimes I want to screenshot. Like when I'm reading a comic book, I want to like screenshot a certain page because I'm like, oh, this is like I want to remember this, but it doesn't let you because it's kind of like you're just kind of stealing the material. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. You know, I've heard of people listening to audiobooks on YouTube, and I wonder how that works because, like, here's a sad story. I filmed myself reading, and it wasn't me. I filmed the book, like, but I read the night before Christmas, and it was one of the books. I think it was from Kohl's or something. And I did this whole thing. I edited the whole video. I had like great transitions and like music playing. And then when I went to start to write in the description, because I wanted to give proper, like, this is the book that I read and this is the copyright, whatever. And right in the page, which I should have looked at it before I started the whole process. It literally says you cannot duplicate via like audio or visual or anything like that. So basically what I had just done, I could not actually produce and put online. And it makes me think, like, all these audiobooks on YouTube, like, are they the place that's reading them? Because can you do that? Can you just read a book online? Like, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of copyright laws that go along with that.
I don't know. I see a lot of places that do it, and it's like publishing houses sometimes, or like well-known, I guess, podcasters or something. It's that kind of stuff, and they do it, and I don't know. It seems to stay up.
I guess if they buy the rights to it or something, because yeah, I don't think they can. Because even when I was with Usborne, which is now like Paper Pie or something, I don't know, they changed their name. I don't really do anything with them. They will let you read like a certain percentage of the book on like a social media platform, but you can't read the whole book. So yeah, I always think of that because people are always saying like, oh yeah, listen to the audiobook on YouTube. And I'm like, I wonder how they did that. So who knows? Who knows? Questions.
Yeah, that's true. I know I had script for a while. I just never used it. So I just canceled it. I thought, well, what's the point? But I know.
Well, especially if it has so many glitches.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. Like, but in an ebook, like I can screenshot like the title page or whatever. But like if I'm in an ebook or a comic book, it'll be like, no, you can't do that.
Okay.
Oh. Well, cool. I know a lot of books that are like classics, like old books, like Jane Austen and all those things. It's kind of lost. You can't, no one can really own that. But like, I couldn't just like pick up a living author's book and be like, I'm going to read this. I think. I don't know.
I've seen some newer books on YouTube for audiobooks, like published in the last 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I think of that too. I always think like, and that's what my mom said too, because she was actually here the day that I was doing that thing, and I was so mad because I like put all this effort into like filming this cute little thing where I read this book. She's like, "Do you think they're really gonna come after you? You have like 300 subscribers." It was like I was really small at the time. I'm really small now, but I'm like, I do the right thing. And it says right here that I can't do it, so I'm not putting it on there. But I mean, if you think about it, when you are such a small channel, like, do they really care? You're not monetized on it. You're not making any money on it. You're just, sharing it. And really, yeah, I don't know. It makes me wonder about like when YouTube first came out, like they didn't have all these rules. I mean, they just like 2 or 3 years ago started to like censor stuff for kids, like as far as like you can't put ads and stuff on kids and you couldn't have comments on kids stuff. So I mean, I'm sure when they first started you could probably do whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Audiobooks are pretty good though. I mean, I was not a big audiobook reader until I had a pretty decent commute and was like, well, I don't want to listen to music every morning. So started to listening to more books. And it's funny because I wasn't a big e-reader. Like I had e-readers, like the actual device forever, but I didn't like ebooks. And now they're so much easier for me to like just pick it up quick as opposed to carrying a book around, and then the lighting, so like I can read it at night when there isn't a lot of lighting. And yeah, it's so much easier, and I'm like more, it like is okay for me now. So it's weird how like your reading style changes after time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Well, you should send in a report. You should be like, this is what you need to change.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. They're really offering a service though. I mean, that's, how do you get that, Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that is the case with this here. So
I
I
only
have
have.
so many physical books, but it's so hard to like carry that around, and then like when you're reading it and then they start doing something and you're like, you gotta find your bookmark, or like I just lay it flat down. So it is easier just to have the ebook right with you.
I just didn't use my ebook. I mean, I got my e-reader like just after my dad died, because I've been thinking about it for a long time. And my mom was going to do chemotherapy appointments, and I thought, if I have to haul all this stuff and her stuff, like this just makes more sense. So, and it's the same Kindle I have now. It's still going strong like 9 years later.
Mm-hmm.
But I read it at night in bed, and I've taken it like traveling. Not that I go many places, but it's just so nice. I just so appreciate it. I mean, I still bring like 30 books with me anywhere I go, but I still have my e-reader with me too, And I'm
Yeah.
more likely to use that than like the 30 books. I'll read like 3 of them or something, But
Yeah.
like my emotional support stack of 30 books,
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. I mean, it's just going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't die. I hope I didn't jinx it now by
Yeah, don't jinx it.
saying it's worked great for 9 years. Oh well.
Well, and you can find so many free e-reader books everywhere too. You can just download stuff, even if it's not that great. I mean, if you're in a pinch,
Yeah.
And sometimes I've read like ebooks on my phone, which is terrible. It's like, you get like a paragraph per page. But I mean, if you're in a pinch, you're in a pinch.
Yeah, I do most of mine like from my library. I check out my ebooks from my library, so it's awesome. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I know 9 years is impressive, and I've dropped this mother like on the floor. I have hardwood floors in my bedroom, like multiple times a month, and no problems. Like
Kingston,
not a scratch on it.
it's bedtime.
Not a scratch.
It's
on
bedtime. Go to bed. Yep. Good night.
I really hope it sticks around. Oh well, we'll see. Not up to me.
Good boy. Go to bed. They want to see your case.
Oh. Yeah, I got this on Etsy from a shop that I think is probably closed. So fabric, cover, obviously flap or whatever. So when I'm reading, I use my little case to cover it to like hold it in place. So this is how I hold it and read it and drop it. But yeah, it works great. And then if I read on my other side too, I just stick my finger in this way. So I'm still holding it one hand and I can still like tap the screen with the same hand. I don't know. I had to lie to the lady to send it. So I bought it on Etsy because I have a problem. And the lady was like, oh, shipping in like 3 to 4 weeks. I thought, sure, that's fine. No problem. Like she's got to hand make it. Totally get it. And it had been like 4 or 5 months or something stupid. And there was nothing, not a single thing. So finally I emailed her and I said, hey, is this on the way or whatever? I ordered this ahead of time for a trip out of the country, big night. And she was like, oh yeah, I just haven't checked Etsy in a while. Sure, I'll get this out next week. And I was like, okay, must be great to just like not check Etsy or send things out. And then she sent something else like, oh, I sent it when she sent it. She's like, oh, I had a bunch of other orders in there too. I had no idea. And I'm like, God, lady.
Yeah, you can't get away with that on Etsy now.
Heck no. Heck no. Like, wow. Okay. So yeah. Little fabric case.
That's cute. Mine's from Amazon. Looks like that. But I don't even know what I have. Oh, I have an Amazon Fire. That's what I have. Yeah. Mine has a cool thing. You flip it around, and then it goes in this, and then it can be like a... So it sits like that so you can watch TV or whatever. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about this Amazon Fire is you can see like this is an ad right here. Why do I need ads every time? Like, and I don't know, maybe I'm really dumb. I tried to look through this entire device on how to like turn this off because I'm sure that's sucking power to have like these visual I mean, it's either not like really. A commercial or something every time you just open it up. So like then I, put in my password or whatever.
This is mine.
Does yours do the same thing?
Yeah, it's off. It's just cheaper then. Like so they can put these ads on here that are just there all the time. It saves you like 20 or 30 bucks when you first buy it.
It's weird. So I'm like, I don't need these like visual commercials. Like I feel like it's sucking my power by doing that. Like, can't I just have nothingness? Like a black screen or something?
Yeah, you have to pay for nothingness when you start.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just bought whatever.
Yeah. Minerva. I name everything else in my life. I should name my Kindle too.
Yeah, but I mean now it's 9, so old hag or something.
Really, I know. My car's already called Dorothy after Dorothy Zbornak from Golden Girls, so do I name it Blanche? I don't know. Like
yeah, we'll see. I know I thought, I mean, I bought a sewing machine for our business thinking I was going to make book sleeves and stuff. And then I looked up how to make book sleeves and I was like, I ain't got time for this. Like there's a lot that goes into making those things. And I mean, for someone who isn't an avid sewer already, like it would have to like learn how to do it, figure it out. Although I did suddenly have an idea for DoubleBookedCo of having bookmark cases for your purse. Because like I'm always looking for a bookmark and I never have one with me. But if I had a bookmark like cloth little case where I had a little like a bunch of minis or a bunch of whatever in my bag, then I would have bookmarks. But I don't know. We'll see if those come to the channel or come to the store. Ay.
Oh, yeah, that would drive me crazy.
Ooh. Woo. Very functional.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
It might in your fire, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I bought it off of Amazon. I remember seeing that like thing. Like it didn't ask me that. I just got it, and I was like, this is weird. Why is this? I've never seen this before. Why does this do this? And I tried everything. I was like, I don't understand. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, I might have to do that. I mean, now it doesn't bother me because, like, I'm used to it. But, like, when I first started, I was like, what is the deal with this? This is so weird. Like, it's so weird. But now I'm just like, whatever. I don't look at half of it. You know what? You don't have to rub it in, Andy. Okay?
I can't do anything straight unless it's
Quilterson.
I know. Unless I do something like on a big measuring thing or with a big slicer, I can't get anything straight. Like, I just can't. Yeah. So, like, sewing or fabric, it would all be crooked. Like, weird.
And see, the sewing machine that I bought is, like, for kids. Because I'm like, I don't need a big one. I just need, like, something that's a sewing machine. And when it got here, I laughed so hard because it's like this big. It's like my head size. It's how big this sewing machine is. It doesn't say it's for kids, but it's like the smallest sewing machine I've ever seen. It's like 2 pounds. I'm like, I'm not going to use this thing. So it's just in my 3 Seasons room hanging out until I do finally do something with it. But I don't think you're making any quilts with that. Oh, well, I'll have to remember that. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. That's crazy. Okay. I'm chatting for a long time, about 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. It's time for another sprint, and it is getting quite late here, so I think this will be the last sprint.
It's going to have to be for me. I got to go to bed and get up tomorrow morning early.
3 little sprints. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm in bed, but, pajamas, the deal.
We'll all have to Zoom and learn from Andy. And Cheryl is a sewer too, so we should get her on there as well. Yeah, group class. Yes. Okay, folks, it is 10:20 by us, so at the 20. So we are going to go till the 40, and then we will call it a night. So if we lose you during this sprint, you head off to bed or actually go and work, Allie, then we bid you adieu. And we are so thankful that you are here with us tonight. But like I said, this will be our last sprint, and then we'll say goodnight. And we'll see you all next time. But I'll go ahead and do what we do best and put on some music and mute ourselves. And yeah, so we'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay. So we are back from our final sprint. And I wanted to make note. So we have a new guest here. And I apologize if I'm phrasing this first word incorrectly, but Bon Book Reviews. Thank you for joining us. Yes, you do not have to be part of our book club to read with us.
No, certainly not.
Many of us aren't reading our book club book. So no worries there. But yeah, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, that was our last sprint. But yeah, if you ever see us on here, either here on our DoubleBookedCo channel or on our, personal channels doing sprints, you may always join.
Mm-hmm.
More the merrier. So I'm glad we could help you out for a little while. Let us know what you were reading. I did not read during that sprint because it's late, and when I go back upstairs, I'll be probably just literally going right to bed. I kind of want to take a shower, so I might do that too. But usually when I go down for the night, I will do my Duolingo word stuff so I don't lose my streak. And then I will play Candy Crush. So instead of doing that, then I use the last sprint to do that. So, yeah. So Duolingo, I just started again. I currently am learning German because that's what I did in high school and college, and felt like I lost all of that. But it's fun because I do know a lot of it, I find, in doing Duolingo. And then I've recently added Spanish, which is interesting because it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. No. But I have I'm on 16 days. But I don't do Spanish as often as I do the German because the German I can really fly through. But I do at least one lesson a day just to keep my streak up. When I'm in the mood, I'll do more. But yeah. And then Candy Crush, because, I mean, who doesn't like crushing candy? Ay. Let's see here. Yes, you are more than welcome. We are so happy to have you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, third sprint. Good for you. Yes, welcome. Aw, well, thank you.
Oh, thanks. We'll subscribe to you too.
Oh, very nice. Yes, Allie. Nice. Everyone's like, let's do another sprint. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yes, rarely read the book club. Yeah. No. I remember, what was it like? So we started our book club. What have you eaten? So my husband's home and we had dinner before we started our sprints. I've seen him take 2 separate plates upstairs in the last. He goes, shut up. I don't know what he's eating though. And I saw him with a candy cane, which means he knows what else is in the cookie jar.
Mm-hmm.
If he has a candy cane. Because I put Reese's and Twix in there today. Which means there's probably none left in there.
Yeah, not with they're around.
No, he's terrible. But no, I forgot what I was saying before he showed me what he's taking upstairs again. When we first started our book club last year, wasn't it like the first 3 books like the entire group like DNF'd?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah.
That was so funny. Mm-hmm. I loved it. It makes me feel good when people feel empowered to just DNF something.
Yeah,
like,
me
good for
too.
you. Like, I'd rather you do that than suffer through the book.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Good for you. I heard his short stories are like super dark.
Yeah,
like they're not like what you would imagine considering his children's books, you know.
No, they're adults.
Yeah. It's probably Spenelli something. I don't know. I didn't know I had a name. Duolingo. Let me look.
I'm pretty sure my owl is dead because I haven't played Duolingo in like 6 months. So
they don't die.
I know, but you know.
They started to email me again all of a sudden. I was like, oh, it must be the new year. So they're like, oh, get back on track. How do you know what your name is?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm afraid to wake it up again. I'll get harassed by that owl all the time.
It's actually just my name, I guess. It says Dani, and then there's a bunch of numbers behind it. So if you're writing this down, Allie, it's Dani 752942. Oh, I guess I have 3 followers. That's cool. That's funny. Anywho. Oh, well, hello, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
I'm assuming that maybe you have a YouTube channel. I'll have to.
Yep, I just subscribed a little bit ago.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm going to have to find that and subscribe. Awesome. Yay. Yes, we're a very welcoming crowd. Mm-hmm. We love people. We chat a lot, though, during these sprints.
I know.
Oh, can you do it? Are you like on Duolingo? I would love to do ASL. No, you're probably talking about in school. You sleep, we sprint, perfect combo. Yeah, there you go. I'll just leave it on and like the little avatar. So we're really across the board, all different books. Like, so to give you an idea, last year we read Atonement and what was the second one? Snow Falling on Cedars.
Mm-hmm. Green Glass House.
In a Dark, Dark Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Glass Cat, or what was it? Glass Castle. That was that memoir.
Yeah.
The Guest List,
Mm-hmm.
which was like I guess a thriller-ish kind of
Yeah.
book.
Rosie Hopkins' Sweet Shop.
Yep, Rosie Hopkins' Sweet Shop of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
This is terrible.
yeah, I know, because we discussed them all. I
I
read them
remember like the
all.
early ones, like not the late ones we were talking about.
Yeah.
Shoot.
How about in the group? Do you guys remember what we all read?
William Kent Kruger, This Tender Land. We read
Oh
that.
yeah, This Tender Land. That was
Mhm.
April. Yeah. My gosh, why can't I? We had some like really dark ones though, like real. Oh,
Yeah.
Big Little Lies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Yeah.
all of them. Because it was
Yeah.
Atonement and then Snow Falling on Cedars, I think. And then Green Glass House. Big Little Lies. This Tender Land. Guest List. In a Dark, Dark Wood.
Rosie Hopkins.
Rosie Hopkins. Glass Castle. That's 9.
Right. Or missing.
So we should have one more.
2 more.
Oh. Oh man. Does anybody remember? Anyone else in the group? So it's really across the board, but how we pick our books is last year we did like backlisted books that Laura and I had on our shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd have 3 each month, and then the group would pick which one of the 3. And this year it's kind of similar-ish, kind of, but we also asked for suggestions from the group, so those are sprinkled in there as well. So like this month we're reading Amy Tan's Kitchen God's Wife, and last month we read Lauren Willig's That Summer. And next month, which is March, we're still voting, but we have 3 middle grade books that we are looking to read. Man, this is gonna bother me. Now I want to like know all the books we read last year that I can't remember.
They're in my notebook in the other side of the house, across the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all over the place.
He is dark.
That's
you
true.
know, they are pretty dark, but you don't really realize it when you're a kid. It's when you're reading them as an adult and you're like, huh, I did not realize that undertone there. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you'll fit right in. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I have a 10-month-old, so I know exactly how you feel. Mm-hmm. Yes, 4 followers on Duolingo. Yeah, it's all across the board. So we don't really stick to like one genre or another, and we're open to all books.
Mm-hmm. And we encourage DNFing too. If you don't like it, like don't soldier on.
What's like, that? Extremely Close. Incredibly Loud and Extremely Close.
Yeah, I think I picked that.
We did that one. I DNF'd that one.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yay! Well, Crystal, you have like 8 or 6 at least new subscribers here because we're all following, we're all subbing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Big Little Lies. Woohoo! You're welcome. Hey, there was a lot of books in there. I had a lot of issues. I mean, you all remember I sit on a soapbox and complain about half of these books. So, oh yeah, The Namesake.
Oh yeah, that's the one I picked. Yeah. Yeah. Because I loved Jubilee Harry's first book. It's so good.
Yeah.
This one was just average. Well,
I didn't like it. And I feel like I saw on one of these banned book lists that it was a banned book.
I think it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. Yep. And then January we did that summer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had a hard time. I mean, overall, I think the best books on the list that I enjoyed the most was This Tender Land, and Big Little Lies, and Rosie Hopkins. Those were good. But a lot of the other ones I had a lot of issues with. Like, did not like them. But I'm glad I read them because, again, they're all of our backlisted books that we had. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm so happy I got these off my shelf because, yeah, who knows how long they would have sat there.
Right.
But yeah. So yeah, I just did Duolingo and Candy Crush. I'm like almost, I think I'm in like level 380 something, and these levels are so hard. Like, it takes me days to do it because I only play it at night, so I only play 5 lives. So 5 lives a night. Sometimes I can't win. And then when I finally beat the level, I'm just like, I crushed it. Yes. And then you get like 2 easy levels, and then it's another level that you're stuck on for like 3 weeks. Makes me so mad. Green Glass House was good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, that was fun. Still have to read the second one. I keep looking at it. I'm like, oh yeah, look, there it is, sit on the shelf. Just waiting to get read.
I think I'll probably read the Rosie Hopkins sequel soon too, because I think about that book every once in a while.
Yeah, I'll for sure read that too, because that's one of my favorite authors. So, yeah.
Well, okay, friends. I think it's time to go. I'm exhausted. I've had such a busy day. I have been just, I had to record. I had to make a grocery list. I had to go grocery shopping with a 10-month-old, which is great fun when they're looking in this direction, playing with your keys or the grocery list. But then when they figure out that they can put their arm over and start pulling things out of the cart, is real annoying. So, yeah. And then Etsy stuff, and I gotta do that again tomorrow. I'm exhausted. And I know you've had a long day too. So I think it's time to call a night. I'm gonna jump over to Crystal's channel real quick before I forget and do my subs there. And then I'm going to bed. I want to see what my husband's eating. I'm going to go and get some of those Reese's and Twix and hide them for myself because they'll probably be gone by morning. He is a, I can't believe it took him that short a time to find those. Usually it's a few days before he finds stuff in the cookie jar. Dang.
And I have candy left over from last Halloween, or last Valentine's Day, excuse me. I need to throw out. Because I just don't think about it. I have Halloween stuff still.
Yeah. I kind of like that whenever I come to your house, like, I feel like I'm like your sister. So, like, I just do whatever. And I like that there's like, oh, I want that piece of candy. And I just eat it.
I know, half the time I'm like, oh, what are you eating?
Yeah. What are you eating over there? I'm like,
just a candy jar. Candy it exists.
I go through your house like, what's his face from Family Life? Piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Piece of candy. James Woods.
Yeah.
I do though. Not that you have candy lying around, but I mean, you have jars and you know, it's just there, and I'm just like, ooh, piece of candy. I don't ask. I just.
No, I encourage anyone at my house, help yourself to whatever.
Okay, it's time to go. I'm getting loopy now. So good night, everyone. Yes, thank you, Andy. Lovely to meet you as well, Crystal. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Crystal.
Ooh, Australia! Yay! Nice. Awesome. We have some Australian friends too. If you know, Scott and Nell. They have a channel. Well, they have 2 separate channels now too. But Gunpowder Fiction and Plot. We're very close friends with them. So, yay for Australia. Well, have a good day. Good night, Kim. Good night, Allie. Have fun at work. Oh yeah, I know. We chat and then we kind of read.
Yeah, reading.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Lunchtime. Very nice. Yep. Scott has taken over Gunpowder Fiction and Plot. And then Nell has a separate channel now, but she doesn't do as much on there. But Scott has a lot of really great stuff, so definitely recommend. Okay, I'm calling it a day. Time to go. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. See you in 2 weeks, and good luck voting.
Yeah.
Pick a good one.
Yeah.